Okay, big.
Man, talk to me, Shay. What's good with you?
Hey, man, what's going on?
Hey, look, man, we done had an event. It's been a little minute since our event, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
man, tell me your thoughts on it, like before and after.
I mean, I'll say this. Before the event, with it being our first event, I think nerves were kind of hot because we were trying to, like, prep and do all the right things. We were worried about, like, everything to a T. But once we got in there, the event started, I think things just started to flow, like, naturally. Like, once we got a crowd coming in, people started speaking, I think that things would, it meshed pretty well. And I'm anxious to do the second one. I'm not gonna lie, because now we know what to expect. People not gonna show up on time. You know what I'm saying? They go come in at their own pace. They gonna come in on their own timing, and we just need to get like the right speakers, right venue. And,
I think that's one of those things that you kind of gotta expect the unexpected. You know what I'm saying? And even like you and Bucky, right? It's like Tyrone, right? It's I know both of y'all wasn't really trying to speak, but once I got up there, it's like you gotta do one of those things to see what it feels like. And then, like you know what I'm saying, you in front of your own people, right? So it's like you comfortable.
Right. Yeah.
So same thing with me. For me, I feel like my what I learned from it is getting my story right, getting my message across better and more effectively.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess what's today? We're in September 21st, 19th, somewhere around there. Planning to do an event sometime in about a month from now, so like right before Halloween.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, like I say, just taking pointers from where we could have improved the first time, the second event will be a whole lot better. Even with everybody speaking, like, people don't practice speaking. Like, public speaking is really a talent, you know what I'm saying? So I think I know what to look for next time. I know what to work on. I know what to expect, in a sense. So the only thing we can do is improve from there. I'm all about improving, growing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want us to scale our events. We had a decent turnout the first time. I think this time with the right marketing and promotion, have a way bigger turnout.
No, 100%. It was dope, though. We got the right crowd. We got, like, bro, everybody you locked in with is doing something, It's like, ain't just bringing no random people in there.
Like-minded individuals, you know what I'm saying? Like-minded individuals.
And, man, the cool thing about that, too, is just, like you said, we're going to learn from it. We're going to make it better. And, man, I just slipped what I was about to say. But, man, talk to me about you, man. Where we at right now?
Man, we're at Temptations Bar and Lounge in Arlington. And this is a spot we come kick it at all the time. Love the spot. Good energy, good vibes, good drinks, good food, good everything. You know what I'm saying? So I usually come up here to decompress if I have a long day. You know what I'm saying? So...
tell me about your day, man, because I seen your story. You was coming from LA, like, man, dude, man, you be everywhere.
Man, I caught a red-eye flight out of LA, landed about 5 o'clock this morning, went home, tried to lay down a little bit, hit the gym for a little bit, came home, had to log into the computer. I skipped the entire session. I was actually on my computer at the airport last night before I left. I had some things I had to finish up from yesterday, and I got to LA yesterday. So the last 48 hours of me just been like, on the go, on the run, just trying to squeeze in everything I usually do, working out, meditating, taking care of myself physically and handling business.
So look, word on the street says you got the Riz, so man, what's Riz mean, man?
Man, Daniel put me on the Riz, man. I'm not really familiar. I think it's the sauce, you know what I'm saying? But if it's positive, I'm with it, man. Just Riz, TM, you know what I'm saying?
Riz, TM.
You know what I'm saying?
That boy got the Riz, bro. Hey, look.
Something like that, man.
Bro, you young playboy, boy got money, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, I'm out here trying to get it. That's what I was just talking to my boy right here about. He actually works with the labels. He got a popping artist. We'll get him on the podcast. I ain't gonna tell y'all who he is, just to stick, but he got a well-known artist that's blowing up in the industry. And he was telling me, he was like, man, like, we gotta keep doing what we're doing, bro. People that look like us, younger, out here, entrepreneurs, trying to do our thing. I think it's just, it's a lot of us that people don't know, you know what I'm saying? They got the Riz, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get the Riz. I think DFW Dan right here got the Riz.
It's all about sharing the Riz, right? Letting people know what it is and just like getting out of them. Because everybody do got it inside them.
Yeah. Just don't get lost in the Riz.
Don't get lost in the Riz.
Too much Riz, you know what I'm saying? You get lost in the Riz, you know what I'm saying? That's not a good journey.
Nah, man. So what's your Summer Temptation, man? So look, what's next for you?
I think for me, man, I got a couple irons in the fire, man. Just trying to expand, diversify my portfolio. You know what I'm saying? I got my hands in a couple things. I think the biggest thing for me is just staying focused. Like, when you invited me to that Zoom call the other day with your mentor, he said some key things about that. Like, whatever industry you're in or whatever lane you're in, you basically got to maximize. You got to be the best version of yourself to maximize your potential in that lane. So whether that's waking up early, staying focused, studying, linking with like-minded individuals, getting those mentors, going to these events, talking to people, I think that's what's next to me, for me, getting out here, you know what I'm saying, and meeting people, networking.
Man, let's talk about that Zoom call, right? Because, man, I was on boards, one of my mentors, and I be, I met him 6 years ago, and he's from Kansas City, Kansas, right? Yeah. So we go to these events, we meet up in Vegas, we New Orleans, and I fly up there early just to come pick his brains and there with him, right? I just seen him grow.
Yeah.
But I think one of the biggest things that I took from that he's been kind of putting me on game with is it's not how to get there, but it's who do you need to be.
Yeah.
Because he has to set that question. It's like, man, who do you need to become to be that person?
Right.
One of the biggest things is like, you gotta, just like you, I know you do this, right? It's like you talk to these people. It's like, what are these people thinking about? What are they doing?
Right.
Like, who are they surrounding themselves with?
Right.
And it's like, that's just like, I mean, for me, it's because, like, you know what I'm saying? We're both young, right? We tend to strap the path a little bit, right? And it's cool, though. You know what I'm saying? We having fun, we enjoying life, we live it. At some point, it's like, what can we be doing different?
Yeah, I mean, temptation is strong, no pun intended. But I think that it starts with self-development.
Yeah.
I think that at the end of the day, you got to develop yourself, and you got to always want to become a better version of yourself. And you got to focus. Like, it's so easy to get knocked off track or unfocused. There's so many temptations, no pun intended. But literally, like, I think that's one of the most important things for somebody young.
So, look, if I were to ask you, how do you focus on your personal development?
I think for me, I always look at where I was and where I am, and how I got there, and I take that and I say, well, where can I get if I still apply those principles? Because, like, the little things, the simple things, like, for me, it's like reading, working out, staying disciplined with my workouts, trying to eat right. Those things, they help me. They help anybody, but they help me develop myself personally. It translates into business, it translates into other facets of my life. Like, if I take care of myself first, and I become a better version of myself, everything in my life starts to reap the benefits and the rewards for me. That's what I would say.
Man, I saw that, and I've been asked this question, like, do you think it's hard to become a millionaire or to become fit?
You said what?
To become a millionaire or to become fit? What do you think is harder?
In my opinion, I think they both take disciplines, because like financial literacy, like to have the financial IQ to be able to accumulate enough money to have $1 million portfolio, that takes a lot of work. But to stay fit, it depends on what level of fitness you're talking about, because somebody genetically could be fit. You know what I'm saying? So maintaining a body that's already, like, you were blessed with genes that technically you didn't have, you know what I'm saying, bad genes, I don't think that's hard. It's just all about discipline. Yeah. But if I gotta pick one, I would say it's probably harder to stay fit. Because I know a lot of big boys with money. You know what I'm talking about?
And those, both principles are kind of the same in each, right? It's like discipline, right? It's saying no to a lot of things, right? Because if you're saying fit, you gotta say no to going out drinking, right? Having a beer or having, like, this piece of candy or this adding cheese to whatever, right? Like, you gotta know, same thing with financial literacy, right?
If you're gonna spend the money, you gotta make it. So if I go blow this money, like, you just try to get me to pop 10 bottles because that's just what you do. And I was like, we pop 10 bottles, then we gotta make the money back from you know, it's the same thing. If I'm gonna go eat a bunch of junk food and bullshit, I gotta work it out. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a good question. It goes hand in hand.
Yeah, so what's something you learned from one of your mentors recently?
Most recent lesson I probably learned, it's on the tip of my tongue, man. I try to learn so much, bro. Like, right now, when I was on a flight to LA yesterday, I forgot my other book by David Goggins, but I was reading David Dieter.
Yeah.
If I butchered his name, excuse me, but The Way of the Superior Man. Okay. And the chapter I was on was just about navigating life as a man with, like, priorities and your purpose. I always gotta put your purpose first, no matter what.
Yo, that's a solid ass book, man, because, like, the purpose, right? It's like, once you stop living in your purpose, like, what use are you to the world? Yeah. So, like, what is your value as a man, right?
Yeah.
It's like, because it goes beyond your material items, it goes beyond, like, what you're, how much you are, but it's like, man, like,
what can you
living in your purpose? Like, man, that's like the golden rule in that book.
Yeah,
right? I love that book, honestly.
I like, and this is what's crazy. I've read it before, I've listened to it before, But someone actually bought me another copy of it, not knowing that. So I was like, you know what, let me pick it up again, try to read it again, and see if I can pick up more gems. But that's a powerful book.
Yo, it's powerful.
Book.
Man, he talks about like women, right? I guess we get into this topic, right? Because like I said, you know, a woman ain't gonna respect a man who's not living his purpose.
Nah, yeah, I mean, because as a man, technically in your relationship, you're supposed to give your woman direction. You're the guide, you know what I'm saying? She has a role in the relationship, and you have a role. And I think as a man, your role includes like being a protector, being a navigator, you know what I'm saying, having direction. And what else would you say?
No, same thing. It's like I think what I took from that book is that you're never gonna change a woman.
Right? No.
The woman's tendency is to test you and challenge you. Right?
Oh yeah.
It's like she gonna see whether you live in your purpose or not, right? Kind of goes back to that same theme, right? It's like, you know, when a man's living his purpose, you know what you're gonna do. That's first and foremost before anything, right?
And I think that like a lot of women don't understand that as a man, your purpose has to come first. They're always battling with like being number one. Like I think most of the women I deal with, that's a lot of the problem. I always want to be number one in a man's life, but I can't get where I'm trying to go by putting you number one. I'm sorry. Like I might have worded that wrong, but in my world, it's true. Like I can't get where I'm trying to go by putting you first. If I put you first, it's gonna, you know what I'm saying?
You know, one of the hardest quotes in that book that I think is, you got to be able to penetrate your woman the way you penetrate the world.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I remember that from the book. Yeah.
You gotta have that same type of exploration. You gotta have the same type of passion, right?
Yeah.
Like not just because, again, same thing, right? You start getting redundant.
Oh yeah.
Whether it's like, you know, living day to day, right? Just, you know, getting up and doing the same old, like not pushing forward. Same thing that happened with your woman, right?
Oh yeah. I think like as a man, we always gotta be thorough in our approach. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be careless as a man. So even in your relationship, like it's an excerpt from that book that says 30 minutes of your undivided attention is more powerful than hours and hours of meaningless time with your woman.
Yeah.
If you can give your woman 30 minutes of your undivided attention, she'll appreciate it way more than you just spending a lot of meaningless time.
Yo, let me ask you this question. So like, when you was, let's say 14, 15, right?
Yeah.
What would you say about yourself right now?
Right now? Like you're saying, like, how would my 14-year-old, 15-year-old self look at me now?
Yeah.
Oh man, he probably never would have thought I'd be here, man. Some of the decisions I was making, the things I was doing, I look back and I'm like, bro, like, I wasn't really like, in my mind I wasn't bad, but I look at the shit I had going on, bro, I was always in trouble. Like, man, I'm talking about never really focused as I should have been on school. So I wasn't expecting me to be here, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like at 14, 15, I thought I was just gonna be a truck driver, like my uncle and my grandfather. And now it's like,
So I got this other question. So like you're 28 right now, right?
Yeah.
So think about yourself 20 years from now. You're one of the old school dudes in here, you know what I'm saying? Just whatever, right?
I ain't gonna be here. I love Temptations. I'm not gonna be here though.
Alright, but you're 48, right?
Yeah.
So imagine yourself at 48, right? Imagine you done hit the pinnacles, you done hit the objectives, you done hit the goals, like you living life, right? 'Cause, I mean, we're not even in our prime yet.
Right, for sure, man. Me and the owner of this spot, a couple weeks ago, we were in here talking with a couple of the girls that work here, and we were talking about that. And I was telling him, I was like, man, a woman told me this. Now, statistics show that a man doesn't reach his fullest earning potential, and his fullest potential is like 35, 40.
Yeah.
Because at that point in life, you experienced enough to kind of like know how to navigate the world.
Yeah.
So it's like, me, 20 years from now, I hope that I would keep climbing and reaching those pinnacles I want to reach. But I'm not afraid of it at all. Like, I think the youngest.
Well, my question more so is, so imagine that person, right?
Yeah.
Person that done hit all the goals that you try to hit now.
Right.
What would that person tell you right now?
The person said me keep doing what you're doing, stay focused, and have fun and enjoy it, because I don't think anything's worth doing if you can't like be yourself and enjoy it. Like, cause like the stress associated with business and the things that we do, bro, you don't want to stress kills, man. You don't want to stress yourself out. You want to at least enjoy yourself something. And don't, like, anything done in moderation is okay. Don't overindulge, because that'll set you back. But if you can, like, have fun and have balance, then I think that, like, we both on the right track. Like, I used to beat myself up when I was younger, because when I first started my business, all the old school, you need to focus, you in the club, you doing this, you doing that. First of all, you saying that because you can't do what I do. I didn't have kids at 18, 19, 20. I still don't have kids. Yeah. So it's like I can work all day, and then once I clock out, I'm You know what I'm saying? I do it once.
Look, you able to travel for work, come back from work same day, like yo.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I can do all of that. You know what I'm saying? My lifestyle allows me to. So a lot of people don't understand it. And so I don't think it's like a book for this shit. I think you kind of figure out your way and find out what works.
You're a pioneer. You're pioneering this right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because there's very few people who have lived your life. Very few people who are on that same path, right? Yeah. But granted, you come across those people and it's like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? You
it ain't too bad. You know what I'm saying? You just got to change your circle. You got to, like, expand your horizons and meet people that live like that. Man, this 25-year-olds out here jumping out jets. You know what I'm saying? Like, they fly, they popping that shit. They doing what they want to, but they handling business.
You know, so let me ask you this, because we just started this media stuff, right? We're getting the content going. What does it mean to you?
To me, I think it's so much value in that. I think we're in that information gold rush. People are searching for information, seeking that information. So I think it's important that we get that type of content out there so people can see people from different walks of life and how they navigate their life. And, you know, they can share their testimony. Yeah. You know, good, bad, and ugly. You know, it ain't always sweet, but I think if I can share my story and it can help somebody else, I'm doing my part.
Yeah. And then so I guess, you know, one of my last few questions, right, because I know we out here on the go, you know what I'm saying, which is something we're testing out, right? But what would you know, what riz or advice or, like, you know, game would you give to the younger generation, right?
I would give them the thing that helped me, man, and I got this from one of my favorite artists, Nip, you know what I'm saying, Nipsey. And it's just like, you gotta have faith in whatever you're doing and get rid of doubt. So whatever you wanna do, you gotta believe in it wholeheartedly and give it to all. You know what I'm saying? It'll work out. You're gonna go through everything, every trial, tribulation, everything in between. It ain't always sweet, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if it's really worth it, and it's really something you wanna do, just don't quit. That's the recipe. I can sit here and try to sell you a self-help book that I wrote, you know what I'm saying? Or that you wrote, or the next person that this author and that author. But you gotta figure out what you wanna do, and you gotta put your all into it and never give up. Never quit, man. Just keep doing, like literally. And you gotta find your pace for your race. You can't compare what you're doing or your life story to nobody else's because everybody's unique. So my story won't be your story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my advice. Just find something you wanna do and don't quit.
Well, Shay, you pioneering this, you know what I'm saying? So like, yo, keep doing what you're doing, man. Like I see you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to say, I don't want to say that you about to blow up because you blowing up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, I'm just trying to do my part, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to do my little part.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? Like, till next time, always. You know what I'm saying? Just some light. So, and shout out to my dude Shay. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this shit. You know, shout out to my dude Alex
Shout
Mayo.
my boy out right there,
shout out to Alex Mayo. Alex, come over here and say something. Wait, come here and say something.
He say he's setting up behind the camera, but boy say he's setting up, man. Yeah, nah, for sure.
Yeah, that's good shit.